Hi. Thanks for coming. This is another episode of Hank Makes History. As you remember, but did you really? Hank was at the restaurant and the flowers were changing colors as he was talking to George. And there was somebody watching through the sniper scope. And we see them, you see the visual of them looking through the scope with the crosshairs, and he can hear the voices of them talking because he has a little microphone. The camera zooms back so you can see that. And there's a spotter across the street. Now George is saying again, oh, the guy's going to go up and attack the spotter across the street. The scope shifts and goes over, sees the guy, and they run over. And the assassin falls down in front of the table where people were sitting. As they go across the street, now they see somebody kneeling down looking at this person. And this person, his name is Henry. In the rush of things, the last time, the body disappeared. This time the body stayed there. And now everybody was frightened, and it says, oh my God, it was the same guy as last week. Then they said, no, that can't be. And they said, what happened last week? They said it's the people that were sitting there. And he says, oh, I'm sorry, I must have misspoken. So they didn't remember that last week this guy was killed again. And Hank remembered this. So, of course, the spotter had run away. And the guy with the gun had run away again. So now they went back to the table. But when they sat down, Henry, who looked very much like Hank, had disappeared. As he sat down. George had a little smile on his face as he watched their puzzlement. And he said, well, you can see things a little bit different than you thought. But that was an understatement. And Hank said to George, well, who was that Henry guy? I think I know him, but I can't place him. And George says, that was you. Or another version of you. When you've had the training, you'll understand this a little better. So, Hank said, well, which is the real me? Me or that guy? Well, George says, you're real, aren't you? Well, yeah. But Hank said, this reminds me of the story of the emperor of China who fell asleep. And when he was asleep, he dreamt that he was a butterfly. and that he was flitting around and going to the flowers. And then when he woke up, he told his wife the dream. He says, well, what's the matter with that? He says, well, the emperor said, I am an emperor that dreamt I was a butterfly, or I'm a butterfly dreaming I'm an emperor. Am I the butterfly, or is Henry the butterfly? Like that. And this segment ends with you see the Al-Qaeda people, says that who the guy member was, plotting to kill the people that were the spotter and the gunman, so they don't take this lightly, one of their own being killed. Next comes the training, or does it?